You made it! Aloha. Cactus flowers, orchids, hibiscus, orange. So glad you made it to this channel. My name is Nathie and I'll be guiding you in your practice. So grab your mat, grab something comfy, grab your water, and if you love this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and to let friends, family, colleagues, people know about it. And in the meantime, I look forward to guiding you in this practice. See you soon. Hi everyone, I'm Natalie and I'll be guiding you in your practice today. So glad you made it to this channel. So today is going to focus on just a general body flow, but we're going to focus on opening the heart a lot more in our flow today. So we're going to focus on cactus arms, and you're going to recognize that that is going to reoccur in the practice today. And if you need breaks, please take the breaks. If there's something going on with your body, I really do recommend to always listen to your body no matter what. And today is going to be energizing. It's going to allow you to feel your body in a flow state movement, but also recognize what your needs might be for today. So thinking about your intention for your practice, what is it that you'd like to really embrace and integrate with your day and your life now with this practice. So we'll come into Balasana, so wide-legged child's pose. Open your knees mat width apart, big toes to touch. And then fingertips on the mat. Start walking your arms forward and then folding over, sending the hips back into the heels and allowing the forearms to rest on the mat. Take a moment here to take a few deep breaths in your Balasana, recognizing your energy and how you're feeling landing on your mat right now. And start tapping into the sensations in your entire body, inviting in any new sensation that might come up for you today. Finding this sense of gentleness with yourself and whatever comes up, allowing it to happen and flow through you with compassion and love. And then take one deep breath, deeper down into the abdomen, filling up all the way into the lower back. As you exhale, allow the heart to melt towards the mat, relaxing your jaw and your eyes. Two more like this. Expanding up into the ribs, filling up, feeling your ribs expand in all directions. Exhaling, melting the hips down deeper, maybe extending the arms out a little further forward. Just finding that sense of ease in your child's pose. On your next inhale, tense your hands, come onto the fingertips, activating the arms, walking the fingertips forward a little bit as you press the hips back, drawing the navel in, activating your child's pose, lengthening the spine from the tailbone all the way to the fingertips. Inhale, lift the forehead off of the mat. Exhale, walk your hands to the right and then fold in, relaxing the arms down onto the mat. 2 deep breaths into the left side ribs. Starting to open the body. Feel free to use your ujjayi breathing, your oceanic breath into your practice. Inhale, walk yourself back to center, and then exhale to the left and fold forward, relaxing the forehead down, still sending the right hip into the right heel. Take a deep breath into the right side. Exhale. One more. Open your mouth, maybe sighing it out. Inhale, walk your hands to center. And when you're ready, slowly, gently pulling yourself up into a tabletop. Finding your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Widening the knees, so bringing them about hip width apart, hands underneath shoulders, and root down into the top of the feet, root down into the fingers, opening the fingers wide, feeling the index and thumb knuckles really grounding down. And allow yourself here to draw the navel in as you send the tailbone towards the heels. So start activating the lower abdomen here. Maybe gently swaying forward and back. And then we're going to start doing some figure eights with our body. So inhale, send the chest to the left and forward to the right, and then send yourself back into a loop in your figure eight with your hips. And keep moving just like that naturally into a figure eight, drawing figure eight with your torso. Feeling grounded, and you can start widening your figure eight and maybe sending yourself forward more, or opening the wrists, shoulders, hips, side body, chest, and then switch directions with your figure eight. And you always have the option here to bring the knees closer in towards each other or widening them. And you always have the option to come onto fists if your wrists are sensitive. And at any point in our flows, you always have the option to lower down on the knees first before coming down onto your belly, or before sending yourself back into downward facing dog. Good. Come back to center. We'll do a few cat-cows. So inhale, pull heart forward as you send the tailbone up, dropping the belly, looking up maybe, sending the gaze to the sky. Exhale, drop the tailbone down, navel into spine, rounding the upper back and maybe circling a bit into the upper back here as you press into your cat. Inhale into cow. Do this 4 more times. In your own rhythm, your own speed, and try and move with fluidity with your breath and your body, connecting your breath to your movements. Warming up the spine. And come back to neutral spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, just send your torso, your head to the right as you send your hip to the right, your right hip to the right. Nice side stretch here again. Inhale back to center, and we'll do the other side. Sending the head towards the left hip and the left hip towards the head, towards the side. Inhale back to center. We'll do the other side. Again. Inhale, center, exhale to the left. Good. Come back to center. Walk yourself to the back of the mat more, knees over hips, and stay there with your hips, walking the hands forward into puppy pose. You can stay here, or you can lower all the way down onto the forehead, bringing your upper arms towards the ears, elbows on the mat. Bend the elbows, hands together behind the head. Take 3 deep breaths here. Feel the top of the feet contacting the mat, drawing the navel in, your hips up and back. Nice stretch in the front line of the body, in the armpits, the lats, shoulder blades. Focusing on deepening the breath. Expanding the ribs and the lower abdomen as you inhale. And as you exhale, just dropping the heart a little closer to the earth. If you have your hands in a reverse prayer, release your arms forward. Widen your arms, pull yourself back up, walking the hands underneath your shoulders. And then here, tuck the toes and just send your hips back into tucked toes, pressing out of the palms of the hands, feeling the toes stretch here. Feel the toes stretch. Deep breaths here, and then inhale back to a tabletop and just send your hips forward. Drop the hips down, sending the heart through the shoulders, still tucked toes, and then draw the navel in, rounding yourself back again, sending the hips back into tucked toes. You can wave forward, sending the shoulders past the wrists, just dropping the hips down towards the mat. Slight back bend, pulling the heart forward. Round yourself back into tabletop and then send the hips back into tucked toes. Back into a tabletop. Pivot the left shin out, away from you. Plant the left hand directly underneath your heart. And come onto your side into modified side plank, sending the right arm overhead. That right foot is grounded down into the mat. Open the front body, shifting your heart forward towards the front of the mat. Lengthen here. Option to lift the right leg parallel to the mat. You can flex or point the toes, and creating a sense of strengthening of the hips and challenging our balance. On your next inhale, send the right arm overhead, palm facing down. As you keep lengthening, take an inhale here. Exhale, draw the elbow to the knee as you crunch into the center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Ooh, balance. Inhale, reach. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Stay here. Option to extend the right arm behind you, bend the top knee, grab onto the ankle, and open that right hamstring, that right quad and hip flexor, pressing the hips forward, keeping the chest opened. Keep the knee in line with your hips. So try not to draw the knee up or down, in line with the hip. Drawing that right heel into the glute. On your next inhale, with control, extend that leg out, reach the arm overhead. Exhale, release that leg and pivot back into your tabletop. And then we'll just shift our hips back for child's pose for 1 breath. Filling up the lower back with that breath. And then exhale. Inhale, shift yourself into tabletop. Pivot the right shin out. Plant that right hand directly underneath your heart. Come onto your side into modified side plank, reaching that left arm overhead. Feel that sense of opening to the sun, opening to the environment. And then here, option to lift that left leg parallel to the mat. Pointing the toes if you desire here, or flexing. And then reach that left arm overhead, palm facing down. Drawing the navel in, slight tailbone pointing down towards the feet. Inhale, exhale, crunch in. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. And then option here to bend that top knee, send that left arm back to grab onto the ankle and press the hips forward, opening the left quad, hip flexor, keeping the knee in line with the hip. And that sense of heart opening. Maybe even look down at your hand if that feels better to your neck, on your neck. That is such a beautiful, strengthening pose that challenges us in our balance. Inhale, release with control, extend the leg, reach the arm overhead. Exhale, release that foot down, pivot back onto your hands in a tabletop. Then send the hips back into an easy child's pose. Reaching the arms forward, option to have your hands on blocks. And allowing the hips to weigh back into the heels and breathe deeply into the back body. And then relaxing the forearms onto the mat. Sometimes I like to create a heart shape with my fingers in the front of the mat. I know it's a heart. I don't see it because my forehead is on the mat, but I know I am drawing a heart with my hands and connecting that heart with the earth. And then when you're ready, inhale, press yourself up into a tabletop, widen the knees hip width apart, and then send your hips back for your first down dog. Pedaling the feet here with your breath. Taking the time to feel the back line of the body opening up, feeling the calf stretching. Take a couple of breaths here in your down dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in. Just relaxing the chin down. Feeling the length in the spine from the tailbone all the way to the fingertips. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, send the heels down closer to the mat. Inhale, reach the heels up, bend the knees, look forward, take a few steps or one big step to the front of the mat and fold. Exhaling. Inhale, half lift, hands on shins or the mat, sending the tailbone away from you as you reach the crown of the head forward, flat back, draw the navel in, and then bend the knees slightly and exhale, fold. Do this again. Inhale, half lift. Keep the chest open, broad collarbones. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees generously here. Heel toeing the feet out a little bit and maybe holding on to opposite elbows, swinging side to side, really gently feeling an opening in the side body. In the shoulders, feeling the hips hinging, holding you here. And this can create strength in the hip joint as well when you kind of crouch down, kind of squat down a bit here in your ragdoll. Then come back to center, hands on mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back into high plank. Shift your weight forward onto the toes. Lower the knees down, drawing the navel in and lower all the way down to the belly. When you find yourself on the mat, hands underneath shoulders, untuck toes, reach the legs. Reach the legs away, pointing the toes, lifting the kneecaps. Feel the pubic bone and the hip bones pressing into the mat. Inhale, baby cobra as you hover the hands off of the mat, elbows by your sides. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you pull them down your back. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Maybe a little higher, hovering the hands. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Lower down, hands underneath shoulders, tuck your toes. Either come onto tabletop or press yourself into high plank and then exhale into your down dog. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, lift heels, bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat and fold. Inhale, half lift as you cactus your arms. Cactus your arms and half lift. Exhale, hands to heart and then fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift, cactus your arms in your half lift. So send the weight into the ball of the feet. You can have a micro bend in the knees, draw the navel in, pull the tailbone behind you as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening the heart. Exhale, hands to heart, and then fold forward, landing the hands on the mat. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Open your arms into cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, hands to heart, and then fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, rooting into the heels, rise. Palms together, look up, lengthen the side body. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, arms overhead, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms as you squeeze the shoulder blades, lifting out of the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open twist, looking to the right, reaching out of the fingers. Inhale, back to center, reach. Exhale, open twist to the other side, reaching the arms, twisting from the thoracic spine, keeping your hips pointing forward. Inhale, back to center, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, hands on shins. Pull the heart forward as you draw the elbows in. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back into high plank. Shift your weight forward. Option to lower down on the knees or lower all the way down into a plank until you reach the mat on your belly. Untuck toes. Inhale, cobra. So cobra, lifting maybe a little more off of the lower abdomen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Try and keep the neck relaxed, keeping length in the back of the neck. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck toes. Come into high plank. Exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths here in your down dog. Maybe open mouth, sighing it out, allowing the air to just leave the body, allow the heat to escape. And then inhale, heels up, bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat, and exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, cactus your arms. Exhale, hands to heart and fold. Inhale, send the hips back, arms along the ears, sit into your chair. So find your chair at the top of the mat. And again, here you can have your hands to heart if your shoulders are having issues. Otherwise, keep the biceps along the ears. Draw the tailbone down as you pull the navel up and in. Send the weight into the ball of the feet. And lift up with the heart. Slide the shoulder blades down your back and reach out of the fingers. Inhale, unbend the knees, hands together. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sit down into your chair as you cactus your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, unbend the knees, palms together, index pointing back for slight back bend as you press the hips forward, rooting from the heels, strong legs. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, sit down into your chair as you cactus your arms. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, slight back bend, keeping the neck relaxed. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tailbone down, navel into spine, sit into your chair, cactus your arms. Stay in your cactus here. Deep breath here. And then inhale, biceps along the ears, reach. Exhale, sweep the arms behind you as you lift the heels off of the mat. Come on high on the ball of the feet. Inhale, heels down, sweep arms forward and up. Exhale, sweep them back. Chair plane or airplane in your chair. Lift the heels up. Inhale, lower the heels, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep them back, lift the heels. So we're going to do a different variation here. Inhale, lower the heels, reach the arms up, unbend the knees, palms together, lengthen. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach arms. Exhale, sit down into your chair, cactus your arms. Inhale, stay into your chair, reach arms along your ears. Exhale, lift the heels up, cactus your arms. Inhale, release the heels, reach arms along ears. Exhale, sweep the arms along your sides, lift the heels up. Inhale, lower the heels, lift arms up into your chair. Stay into your chair. Exhale, cactus the arms as you lift the heels up. One more time. Inhale, lower the heels, lift the arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms along your sides, palm facing down as you lift the heels up. Sit down deeper. Inhale, lower the heels, unbend the knees, reach arms overhead. Interlace fingers, point the index back for a slight back bend. Reach out of the hands. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Bending the knees here. Generously allowing yourself to ease into this fold. Take another deep breath here. Allow the release to happen naturally. Notice how it feels in your body. Notice the sensations flooding in. On your next inhale, come into your half lift, cactus your arms. Exhale, hands to heart, fold forward, hands on mat. Inhale, fingers on mat, step the left foot way back. Start arranging yourself into your high lunge here, maybe widening the stance. And when you're ready, strong legs already pushing out of the front ball of the foot and the back ball of the foot, lifting the heel, the back heel. Inhale, send the arms overhead into your crescent lunge. And then bend the front knee. Look at the front knee. Make sure it's in line with the big and middle toe so it's not tracking in or out. And then option here to bend the back knee to feel your hip flexor more. And then slide the shoulder blades down your back. Option to bring the fingertips in towards each other to slightly frame the upper back. Draw the navel in and the tailbone down as you lunge deeper. Take an inhale here, maybe look up. Exhale, open twist to the right, extending the arms out into a T, reaching out of the fingers, but keep the legs where they are, keep the hips where they are. So you're twisting from the mid-spine, the thoracic spine. Inhale, back to center. exhale, stay here, cactus your arms. Stay in your cactus as you inhale. Exhale, open twist in your cactus. Yeah. Stay lifted in your hips so that left hip isn't dropping down. Inhale, stay here for the exhale. Inhale, back to center, reach arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat, step the right foot back into high plank. Exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Open the heart as you draw the shoulders back, drawing the navel up and in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet if needed here. Just take a few breaths in your down dog as you lift your hips up and back. Bringing awareness back to your intention for your practice, for yourself, your needs. And then bring awareness to the fingers and the hands again. Padabandha and Hastabandha. Hastabandha is hand and Padabandha is feet. Bring awareness to the extremities, really rooting down into the earth here. Feel that energy coming from the earth up into your limbs, into your heart, your abdomen, your hips. On your next inhale, lift the heels up, bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to the front of the mat, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, cactus your arms, send the weight into the ball of the feet as you reach the tailbone back, but also drawing the navel in. So strong back, strong abdominals, and then exhale, hands to heart and fold. Inhale, lift heart, plant the hands, step the right foot way back and setting yourself up for your high lunge. I'm going to bring my left foot to the left slightly to widen my stance because my hips are a bit wider, so I usually need more of a wider stance in my practice. When you're ready and you feel stabilized, press out of the front ball of the foot, press out of the back ball of the foot, lift the back heel. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the front knee in your crescent lunge. High crescent lunge. Look at the front knee, making sure that knee is tracking forward, right in line with the big and middle toe. Take a deep breath here. Option to bend that back knee slightly to feel that right hip flexor and quad more, or option to lift the kneecap and straighten that back leg. Those are choices. Inhale, reach, look up. Exhale, twist in the mid-spine to the left, arms out into a T. Take one breath here, strong legs. Strong back glute. It's your choice to notice how much you want to activate or engage in your poses. Inhale, back to center, reach. Exhale, cactus your arms as you reach your heart up, squeeze the shoulder blades, opening up and lengthening the front body. Inhale, stay in your cactus, bend the front knee deeper. Exhale, open twist to the left in your cactus. As much as it'll go, you don't have to force. Just notice where you land. Inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach up back to center. Slowly exhale, send your hands back down on the mat. Step it back into your high plank. Shift your weight forward. Draw the navel in, elbows in. Exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga, or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Press out of the back of the feet, the top of the feet, lifting the kneecaps. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Exhale. Using your Ujjayi breath if that feels good. Your oceanic waves. And then we're just going to wave our body forward and back, ebb and flow in our bodies. So inhale first, round into the lower, middle, upper back as you shift yourself forward into high plank. And then bend the knees, arching the lower back, sending the hips back and up. So keep flowing with your breath, creating a wave motion, natural wave with your breath. And then notice how it feels to let go here in the body. And then switch directions with the flow. So bending the knees, sending yourself forward, rounding your upper, middle, lower back. And then bending the knees, deeper arch in the lower back, sending your heart forward, high plank, and then roll back. This is so good for strengthening our shoulders, our thighs, but it's also really great to open the spine, strengthening the abdominals. And then come back into down dog. Inhale, roll yourself into high plank, and we'll lower down for a count of 7, 6, 5. Keep the abdominals drawn in. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down onto the belly. If you shifted yourself forward on your mat, just shift yourself back to give yourself some room. And then hands, bring your forehead down on the mat. Take your arms out into a cactus. So first we're going to only lift the chest and the arms. So inhale into a baby cobra in your cactus. Lift, exhale, lower. As you inhale, lift, squeeze the shoulder blades, press the top of the feet into the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, feel the abdominals, the pelvis, the hip bones pressing into the mat. Exhale, lower. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then we're going to flow into kind of like a Superman flow. And I'll be guiding you into this here. So on your next inhale, you're not only going to lift the arms and the chest, you're going to lift the legs as well. Option to zip the legs up or open them with a part, your choice, wherever you'd like to go with your legs. Inhale, lift everything off the mat. Stay here for a breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Squeezing the glutes, reaching out of the toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower. Keep the back of the neck relaxed. Looking down at your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then we're going to stay lifted and we're going to send the arms forward and back into cactus. Inhale, lift everything off the mat. Stay here. Exhale, send the arms forward, flying into your Superman. Inhale, pull into your cactus. Exhale, arms forward. 3 more. Lift a little higher every time. And then on your next cactus, hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down, left cheek to the mat. Arms along your sides, palm facing up. Take a deep breath into the lower back. Option to bend the knees. Windshield wipe the legs side to side. You can also just shake the hips slightly side to side. And then bring the right cheek to the mat. Bring yourself back to center, lower the legs down, hands underneath shoulders. Press yourself up into a tabletop. Bring the knees together. And then sit your hips into your heels. Come into an easy child's pose here. Relaxing the forehead on a block or the mat. And then sending the arms along your sides, palms facing up. And then just allow the shoulders to roll forward. And then maybe here you'd like to sway side to side on the shins. And massaging the third eye, the forehead, as you sway your head side to side. And I invite you here to bring your awareness to your third eye. The connection of your forehead to the earth, and know that you're a child of the earth, of the universe, and you belong here just as you are. And bring your intention into your practice and your awareness of your being and how valued you are, just as you are. Being here now in your practice, in your movements in your body. Hands forward, reach the arms forward, pull yourself back into a tabletop. You just shift yourself back towards the back of the mat a little more. And then take the right arm overhead, reach, and then exhale, sweep it underneath you. Release the forehead onto the mat. Reaching the left arm forward or coming into a bind, bringing that left arm behind you, grabbing onto the right thigh, or just placing your left hand on your lower back. Take 2 deep breaths here. Allow the weight to move forward into the bottom shoulder. Hey, chipmunk. When you're ready, release that arm forward again, pressing yourself up, reaching that right arm overhead, and then exhale, release the hand back down on the mat. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm overhead. Exhale, thread the needle, weave it underneath the right armpit, lower the head down on the mat. And release here, option to extend the right arm forward, or coming into a bind, or just placing that right hand on the lower back. Reach the hips back, making sure they're stacked above the knees. 2 breaths here, drawing the navel in as you reach the hips back, feeling the weight, the gravity in your bottom shoulder, stretching the outer shoulder. Breathe into the areas in your back that enhances the expansion. So that can be in numerous areas in your back. You feel for what is best for you. And then on your next inhale, bring that right arm down on the mat, sweep the left arm overhead, reach, and then exhale, lower that hand down. And then here we'll come onto our sit bones, turn ourselves over, and lay on our backs. So come onto your back. Take a moment here to just feel the back body landing on the mat. You can draw the knees into the chest, hugging yourself more deeply here, even lifting the shoulders and head towards the knees, coming into a really tight ball. Feel the energy of yourself, of your sacral area, of your entire body right into the center. And then exhale, lower the soles of the feet down on the mat. Extend the right leg out, and then drop the left knee open into belly up tree pose. Option to have support underneath that knee if needed. You can always have a folded towel or blanket. And then open the arms out into a cactus. Take a few deep breaths here. Feeling a deep sense of opening in the front body. Allow the weight of your body to just melt into the earth. Maybe closing the eyes. And creating space in the throat. Opening the mouth. Letting the air flow in and out from the throat into the heart and chest. Relaxing the fingers and the hands. And then when you're ready, bring that knee back up to center, planting the left sole, and then bring the right sole on the mat. When you're ready, take that left foot to the sky, bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. You can press the left thigh away with your left hand. If that feels good enough, just stay here and enjoying maybe swaying side to side or just feeling that deep opening. Otherwise, you can draw that right knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh, around the shin. And you can rotate the ankle. That right ankle can be rotated in both directions. And I love to sway my hips side to side in my figure four. It's something I always enjoy doing, so it really allows me to feel more deeply in my hips what's going on in all the directions. And sometimes I even do little circles with my lower back in my thread the needle. And then when you're ready, plant the right sole of the foot on the mat, extend the left foot to the sky, grab onto the back of the thigh and draw the thigh in towards the chest. Option here to flex the toes towards your knee to deepen that stretch in the back of the thigh. If you'd like it even more intense, you can extend the right leg out. Both feet flex towards you. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, maybe pulling the leg in just a little bit more. And a little shaking is normal. That's okay in the back of the thigh. Relax the shoulders. Try and soften the chest and the shoulders, softening the forearms and the elbows. You can give yourself room here. And when you're ready, plant the right sole of the foot, then plant the left sole of the foot. Heel toe your feet out, mat width apart or even wider, and just drop the knees to one side. Inhale them back to center. And then drop them to the other side. Kind of in a windshield wiping movement with your breath. Bringing awareness to the lower back. And then come back to center. Heel toe the feet back, hip width apart. Extend the left leg out, drop the right knee out into belly up tree pose. And then cactusing the arms, opening the front body, taking the time to sink into this pose. Slowing down the breath, keeping the throat opened. Wherever you are, whether you're outside or inside, whether it's night or morning or day or midnight or whatever time, just notice the connection you have with the earth wherever you are. On your next inhale, draw that right knee up. Plant the left sole of the foot onto the mat. And then extend the right foot to the sky and then place the right ankle on top of the left. Option to just stay here as you press the thigh up and away with the right hand. Or draw the knee into the chest, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh or the shin. And send the tailbone away from you, arching the back slightly, creating space in your back, but still drawing that knee in. Rotate the ankle, the left ankle, if that feels good. And if you do that, just do it on both sides. Maybe here swaying side to side in your figure 4. And then when you're ready, plant that left sole of the foot and then plant the right foot down on the mat. Draw the knees back into the chest, giving yourself a hug here. And then open the knees wide. We'll come into happy baby. So you have options here to hold on to either the shins, the outer edges of the feet, or even the big toes with your index and middle finger, and open the thighs up. Press the thighs down towards the mat as you open the knees and flex the toes towards you here. Maybe swaying side to side. And you have the option to open, extend one leg out and then the other, or even both into a V. Press the tailbone away from you as you breathe deep down into the lower abdomen, into the hips and pelvis. Keeping the chest open, the collarbones broad, the back of the neck lengthened. And then we'll try something new here. Keep your happy baby and then try and release the hands off the legs, staying into happy baby. Using the strength of your thighs to keep yourself opened. Option to have your arms out into cactus. Deep breaths here. And then bring the hands on the outside of the thighs. Draw the knees back to center using your hands. Lower the legs, draw the knees into the chest. Lower the feet down on the mat. Heel toe your feet out, mat width apart, or even maybe even wider. And dropping the knees in towards each other, creating an internal rotation of the hips. Maybe in your internal rotation, slightly sending the knees down towards the mat, alternating between each knee. It's more of an internal rotation as opposed to windshield wiping the knees side to side. You're staying in that internal rotation, but you're just dropping the knees slightly in towards the midline. Notice maybe how that feels in your hips. And then when you're ready, heel toe the feet back to center, extending the legs out in front of you, reaching the arms overhead, giving yourself a final big stretch. Reach, point the toes, reach the fingers. Take a deep breath into the abdomen, squeeze the glutes, maybe the face, squeeze, squeeze, and then exhale, release all effort, opening the legs out into your final Shavasana. Bringing your arms out as far out as they'll go into a comfortable place, just choosing where you'd like to land with your body. Taking the time here to maybe
Sway the head side to side to give your skull a massage, the neck loosening. You can lift your shoulders off the mat, slide them back down, and release the shoulders back to keep the chest opened. Winding down, softening your limbs, allowing the toes to roll open, feeling the lower abdomen relax, the breath calming down, the eyes softening. And just take a moment to feel anything that is flowing through you now. Revisiting the intention again, revisiting your connection with the earth, feeling held, and maybe having the sensation of being cradled by the ground. And then find stillness and just release more deeply all the back line of the body. Releasing the mind and dropping into the heart center. Keep dropping in with every exhale into the back of the heart. That deep sense of dropping into the back of the heart. Allowing yourself to release. You can thank yourself now for showing up on your mat, for investing your time into your health, your well-being, nurturing your soul, your spirit, your body. Mahalo nui loa for joining me today in your practice, taking as much time as you need here. Wherever you are, I wish you a beautiful rest of your morning, your day, your night. Namaste.